Coming up on an all-new episode of B3rdPower. Join us as we sit down with action figure and movie critic Jeffrey Lyles. Then, Kachina Anthony is in the house giving us a behind-the-scenes tour of her Barbie Room. This is an episode you don't want to miss. B3rdPower starts now. Welcome to B3rdPower. How y'all doing tonight, baby? Hey, Sherri M.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Look at you. Look, you coordinating over there. You looking good, sis. Looking real good.
I tell you, it's in the accessories. It's in the accessories.
It is.
Yes.
But more so, you're looking good because you're feeling better. Oh my gosh. Every time I see you, you look better and better.
I'm feeling much, much better. I'm really excited. I was a little scared for about 2 weeks there. But I'm feeling a lot better. I still have a cough, but I feel so much better.
Good. I'm glad to see you though. And you know what we got to do. So come on, let's catch up. So how was your weekend? What were some of the major events that happened? Fill us in.
So, you know me, busybody me, right? So I had a driveway drive-by this weekend.
Yes.
Saturday, I had a driveway drive-by with my jewelry, and I had a ball. I got to set up all of my jewelry outside and come by and shop. I absolutely love it. You know, I love being out and talking to people anyway. But we did our social distance thing. People had to wear their mask, and luckily it didn't get really crowded all at one time, you know. So I had a ball with that, and then I chilled a lot, and we just so happened that evening we went and got some crabs. So I had a nice weekend.
I can honestly say, so for a second, I thought I was going to like melt when you said crabs. Because, you know, before I transitioned to vegan, that was like my all-time favorite thing. And I'm not even going to lie. When I first converted, one of the things I said is, I'm going to go vegan, but the one thing I'm still going to eat regardless is crabs.
Right.
But interestingly enough, I don't have a taste for them anymore. I don't crave them. I don't want them. It doesn't bother me. My mom had some recently, and I made it through without passing out because they were in the house and I wasn't eating any. But so that's amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I hope you enjoyed a few for me.
I did. Yeah. I definitely pushed the limit on that one, but I love it. You have like a dozen or so in the refrigerator. Like, it's great.
Yeah, no. So I had a blast this weekend. You know, James and I are getting ready to celebrate our anniversary. Yes. So we did a little game night. You know, we always playing games because we have a tribe as it is. So we had a little game night, and then we did paint night. This is the first time I ever did paint night. And look at my pretty picture I drew.
Yeah, that's really nice. No, really, because mine would never have turned out like that. So that's nice.
It was an experience, and don't let the smooth taste fool you. Now, I did not do the whole freehand. I did have some help.
Yes,
I figured out how to do rigamajig to get my basics, but. So we had a great time just spending some time with family and just enjoying and real simple.
Yeah. But you know what? That's what it's all about, you know. And truly, quarantine and this whole pandemic and everything has really taught us just to stay still.
Yeah.
Just take a minute, appreciate the moment, stay in the moment, be present with your family. I can't, it really kind of bothers me when I hear people say, that they're in the house with their family and it's driving them crazy. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I so get it. But I also believe that there's a positive in every negative, right?
Yeah.
And how you handle it is how your babies are going to learn how to handle it.
Exactly.
How you handle it is how they're going to learn how to be resilient when things happen when they're older.
Listen, we've had so much creativity going on between my cousins who are like, do this activity, between having virtual play dates and making it so that the kids can play games together and still feel like, oh, I get to see you, doing little Zoom activities for them to all come together and play their games and stuff together. It has caused us to be so creative. And it's like at the point where I'm like, dang, why we didn't think about this before?
Why didn't we do this before? You mean we can get married and have Zoom and we don't have to do
Pay
all
$1 million
spend all this
for what?
money and
Yeah.
everybody can participate and we can call it a day and save like $1,000 some dollars, like. And I was telling the class of 2020 when I was talking to them earlier this year when a group of them graduated. I was telling them, I said, do you guys understand that you guys will have memories that we never had?
Yes.
Like, I see that as such a positive. You guys have what they created as driveway drive-bys. We didn't do nothing. We had never even thought of nothing like that. You know what I mean? We never even thought it.
We didn't have to. We didn't have to think outside the box. We already had the plan and
Everybody attends and they handing you cards out the window and gifts out the window. Like, the memories are just
yeah.
crazy. When you think of,
You get your whole parade, a whole parade.
a whole parade.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for people's birthdays, I just think I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, it's a few things that we want to make sure we cover because we have a great show for you guys tonight. I don't think you're ready. I don't even think you guys are ready. Tap into the child inside you tonight. Yes. Let your inner child come out to play. And if you have children, go on and invite them to come on in the room because we got some amazing guests for you tonight. But before we do that, a couple things we want to make sure we cover and make sure you don't forget. Be sure, if you haven't already done so, speaking of children, make sure you go to eventbrite.com and/or to our page on B3rdPower on Facebook and register your young people for our Youth Town Hall Summit. Okay? Presented by Keon Works, baby.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that your kids are registered. Remember, it is a free ticket. That's what I want to call it. It's a free ticket. It's free for you to attend. But if your child wants to participate in the conversation and on the panel, you must register them. And tickets are limited. So make sure you do that today at eventbrite.com or go on over to Facebook, to our Facebook page at B3rdPower. Click the events and sign your child up through Eventbrite. Okay?
Definitely.
The next thing that we want to shout out and we're excited about is the B3rdPower Community of Champion Awards. Woo! Why we are celebrating you. That's right. We're celebrating our advocates, our community advocates that are doing the doggone thing now. You are being intentional, you're bridging gaps, and you're building community. Coming soon, you will be able to go online and nominate your person. We've gotten a few nominations through email, and now we're going to make it easier by putting up on our webpage information for you to be able to nominate people there. Look forward to that because that will be available later this week. So,
and you are able to nominate yourself.
Yes, you are able to nominate yourself if ain't nobody else doing it.
And listen, because sometimes you have to encourage yourself.
Okay? Come on now.
So come on now. So go ahead and encourage yourself and nominate yourself for a B3rdPower Award. Like T said, the categories: being intentional, bridging gaps, and building communities. Then, of course, the B3rdPower Award. So I'm really looking forward to that, though, T. I really am. I know initially it started out, of course, that we were going to have this huge affair, but I'm looking forward to this whole virtual thing to see how it turns out.
Yeah. I'm calling you because you guys don't know, this has been in the works for a while. And we were a little bummed when COVID-19 hit because we thought, oh man, we had this grand affair that we were planning and now we're not even able to do that. But guess what? The party still goes on. And like we said, we're thinking outside the box and have found a way to still do this award show virtually because you, the community, deserve to be celebrated for the work that you are doing.
I think I'm still going to get dressed up. I think I'm still going to get dressed up. And everything.
Okay. Why are you always telling your secrets on air? You should have just popped up and said, boom.
Damn.
Right. Come on now. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get ready for this break. And when we come back, we are going to be joined by Jeffrey Lyles of the Lyles Files, okay? And he's going to tell us all about his journey as a movie critic and action figure reviewer. Hello. And later on in the show, we have Miss Kachina Anthony joining us, and she is going to give us a backstage tour of her Barbie Room. Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Barbie Room. No, you guys aren't ready. You're not ready.
No, you're not ready, but we are. So on the other side of this break, we'll be right back. But until then, this is B3rdPower here on Urban Style Media.
It's official! Coming September the 13th, 2020, the ladies of B3rdPower will be hosting the first annual Community of Champions Awards. Sponsored by Global Executive Staffing. We're looking for donors and sponsors to help make this a memorable event. If you'd like to participate and or nominate a community champion, please email us at b3rdpower@gmail.com with your nomination and support. This is an event you don't want to miss. B3rdPower Community of Champion Awards. Be there. Join us for a B3rdPower special edition. It's the Virtual Youth Summit Town Hall, presented by Keon Works. We're continuing the conversation and putting the pieces together for change. August the 23rd, 2020 at 5 p.m. We're calling all youth advocates, entrepreneurs, and empowerment program directors. Register today at eventbrite.com. This is an episode you don't want to miss. B3rdPower Youth Summit Town Hall. Be there. Global Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com.
Welcome back to B3rdPower. Hello. I'm so excited to introduce Jeffrey Lyles, the Lyles Movie Files. He's going to bring us some reviews and all of what it takes to do these reviews in movies. And what else do you do? Action movies?
Action.
I do every kind of movie.
Every movie, not just action.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm really
I do all kinds.
to hear everything about this. So please share with us a little bit more about Jeffrey Lyles and how he got into doing these movie reviews.
All right. Well, I started really getting into writing at Largo. I took a class with Mr. Reese, and he was my history teacher. And, we had to do papers, of course. And he liked the way I wrote this, assignment, right? And I was like, that was fun. I kind of like writing. Mm-hmm. And so I started getting more and more into writing, doing a journal and so forth. And when I went to Howard, there was, openings to write reviews. So I started off doing music reviews. And I was kind of like, I don't know how many ways to say this song is good, this song is bad. But when they had an opening to do movie reviews, I was like, oh, I love movies. I can talk about movies all day. So started doing that. And after I graduated, I was working for a community newspaper called the Gazette. That shut down back in 2015. So your viewers may know about that. So I was there pretty much from the start when it came to Prince George's. And about midway through, I started doing their movie reviews. And I was going about 2 or 3 times a week, seeing different movies, all kinds, not just, I like this sci-fi movie, I'll see this. I was going to see the dramas, the romantic comedies, the foreign language films, a little bit of everything. And so over that time, I probably did about somewhere between 600 movie reviews for them. When the recession hit, they were starting to make some cuts to everything. And I was like, oh, I like doing these movie reviews. I want to keep doing it. So I started making my own website and putting my reviews there, and started that back in 2012. And I started just doing the movie reviews. That's, the name of the website is Lyles Movie Files. And I was like, well, I like doing other stuff. I could also talk about TV. So I started getting into TV recaps and talking about shows that I like watching anyway, like Game of Thrones and, Flash and Arrow and all those. So I started doing that. And then I was like, I love action figures. I've been collecting them since I was little, and then got back into it, ironically, in college. And I was like, well, I can talk about action figures too. So I just started teaching myself and meeting up with people online who were showing me different techniques in terms of how to shoot. I started off really, really whack with it, just kind of like, oh, I think this looks good. And, I look back at stuff I did back in 2014 to what I've done now. It's like, wow, I really should go back and fix some of those overviews and use my new techniques. But
right, because people will review you.
Yeah, it's really, exactly. It's like, oh man, where do you do that? So yeah, it's been wild. I started off with the movies, and it's like my action figure reviews are like things where people go to every day to check out. So it's like, hey, you missed my movie review on Seriously Single on Netflix. But people are just checking out the figures. Right. So it's just kind of funny how it works out. But yeah. So that was the long version of how I got into it.
Oh, well, listen, I'm glad that you found what you love to do. They always say to find what you love to do and you wouldn't mind doing for free and make that thing work for you, right?
Right.
You found it. That's awesome. That's so awesome. So tell me, have you been able to meet anyone, like actually interview some people?
Yeah, so I've been able to go off to New York. I haven't made my way out to San Diego for that Comic-Con yet, but they have a bunch in this area, the Baltimore Comic-Con, Awesome Con. I've even been up to New York for their Comic-Con a couple times. So I've talked to a bunch of people like in the comic book field and who do action figures. Like I talk back and forth with them on social media. So it's really cool. And, I have people who create action figures and design them following me. It's like, whoa, why are you following? So that's neat. And it's just being able to learn from different people and still kind of like, oh, wow, this is a cool way to do it. So I'm always doing new techniques and how I shoot them and what I write about and talk about them. And every year I take part in this guy, Michael Crawford. He does an annual toy review awards. So I get to be one of the judges for that. So that's fun. I get to contribute on that and share my reviews on his site. Mm-hmm. And then people can look at his and then go back to mine. So that's cool.
Awesome. So I heard you say comic books. What would you say is your favorite comic book?
Gosh, let me see. I guess right now it's probably this story. It's certainly not like the kid-friendly version, but it's this DC story where half the heroes have been infected and they become zombies, and the other half of the heroes are trying to fight them and stay alive. It's crazy because it's like a Walking Dead kind of show or series where the heroes are trying to stay alive and not have to take out all their buddies. So I'm really enjoying that. And there's just a bunch of good stuff right now. There's a book called Dark Knight's Death Metal where Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are in this alternate universe, and they're all like if it was a 80s heavy metal thing where everybody's got the big hair and crazy outfits. So that's been a lot of fun so far. But yeah, I do. DC Comics actually sends me comics to review every week. So that was a really cool perk because I was spending a lot of money on comic books. Now I get to review them for free, which is awesome. It saves me a lot of money, which I then kick out in the toys. So it's a bad cycle. But yeah, that's how that kind of works out.
Now, what is your favorite movie out? What movie would you recommend? Because now nobody has...
It's crazy, right? You haven't seen a movie in like months. I've been, it's funny because I was talking to one of my fellow critics and we were leaving out a Bloodshot, the Vin Diesel movie. And he was like, this is probably the last movie we're going to see for a really long time. It's like, wow, you think so? And it was so true. And that was a terrible movie to have been the last one I've watched. So I'm really thankful for Netflix because they're cranking out stuff, acting like there's no pandemic. And I'm getting to watch a lot of movies there that I wouldn't have ordinarily seen. The Old Guard, the movie with Charlize Theron, was really good. I like Extraction if you haven't seen that.
That one. I've been hemming and hawing about checking it out. You would recommend it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can go to anywhere to see stuff. So yeah, I mean, you got time now, right?
Yeah.
So my critique on films are probably a lot. My scale of good to waste of time is probably a lot less. It's probably softened a lot because I can't go anywhere. It's like, well, this is something new. I get to watch something. So even if it's not the greatest movie ever, I'm okay with it. I was telling my brother that I would have been a mess last year if this pandemic hit because I wouldn't have been able to see the Avengers Endgame, and I would be crazy and nuts right now if I wasn't able to see that. So I'm glad this hit in 2020, not last year.
Oh. So tell me, have you seen Money Heist?
I am midway through that. So I'm like, the problem with the Netflix series is if I get started, it's just I got to keep watching, and I'm a really bad binger. So I just like, oh man, it's 3:00. I need to go to bed. And, it's a really terrible rabbit hole.
And I don't watch a lot of TV. I never have been really big on it, but Money Heist was really good. I was doing exactly that. I'd look up and I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's 1:00.
Yeah.
I need to go to bed.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, I need to be a responsible adult.
Yes.
With Money Heist, when I watched it through the first season, I was like, well, I need the whole thing. I mean, how are you going to set me up with like 4 or 5 chapters and then I have to wait? Once we got into this binging mentality, it's like, I need it all right now.
They're waiting till like next year.
That's a
I was about to say, I can't even lie. When it comes to the shows on Netflix where they're like releasing 1 episode a week, I'm like, I'm going to wait until
you're done,
finished, and then I'll go. Because now with the way, work is picking up, I'm like, I don't even have time to set and binge. So I have certain days that I set and binge. And if I'm going to binge, then I'm going to binge.
Exactly.
So
it's not piecemeal.
Yeah, no, you're not going to piecemeal me. That's what we do on the fall TV.
Right.
TV. I'm so bad, I don't even watch regular TV like when it's on. I wait until it come on Hulu, and then I'm able to watch the whole thing without commercials. I know.
Really?
Yes, I don't, because I'm like, I want the show. I don't want all the commercials and the up and down. And so I wait. I don't watch it when it's on. I wait until it airs on Hulu, and then I go get it.
The only shows that I watch right now, week to week, are Married at First Sight, because I just got sucked into that. My wife and I started watching it. It is like, this concept is crazy, and I just love it. So that's my show that I watch weekly. And Wednesday, Big Brother starts. So I'm going to be glued to my TV watching those 2 shows, which sadly can both come on Wednesdays. So it's a lot going on Wednesdays.
I love Married at First Sight, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yes. I hope that at least more than one of the couples stay together at the end.
Yeah. That's the part that's disappointing. It's like, dang, get to the end and everybody splits. It's like,
no. It's like, dude, come on. Why work it out?
This journey, nobody's
there.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at Katie and Derek.
Cameron and are still together. What's his name? The last guy?
You're talking about Love is Blind, the Netflix show.
Is that Love is Blind?
Cameron and Lauren, which I did watch too.
Lauren. Okay, that's Love is Blind. Okay.
All these shows out here with the same type of concept.
Like Love is Blind.
I know it's hard to keep up with them. I know.
And they're behind like a wall. And
that's Love is Blind.
Okay. And Married at First Sight is...
It literally tells you what it is at the title. They meet at the aisle, they get married, and then they have 8 weeks to figure out if they want to stay together.
At the altar. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The first season 9 of that is on Netflix, so you can watch the entire season and not do it stupid like me and wait week to week to watch it.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, definitely.
Season 9 is actually one of the better ones. So of all the ones for them to put on Netflix, that was a good one.
Wow, I know people really want to follow you, so can you definitely leave us with some contact information?
Sure. You can follow me basically anywhere on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Lyles Movie Files. Lyles Movie Files. Okay. No apostrophe. Some people think my name is Lyle, and I just don't know good grammar and forgot to put the apostrophe. So, but no, it's Lyles, no apostrophe, Lyles Movie Files.
Awesome. Movie Files. Go check them out, y'all.
Yes, definitely check him out. And I'm really looking forward to following you more. And maybe I might see something piques my interest because
There you go.
I watch TV. So
Yeah.
I was about to say, this is the most I ever heard Sherri talk about watching TV. She does not do that.
I don't
Oh.
know. I'll listen to
that Monday night show that used to come on, and she'd literally be in the studio and be like, "Okay, y'all, bye. I gotta get home because this show getting ready to come on. I need to see it." And I'm like,
What was that?
"You
Oh, it was the one.
It got canceled, didn't it?"
It got canceled. It was so good. The little girl. I can't even think of it, Jeffrey. I'm going to tell you when I
What station?
inbox
7. Wasn't it 7?
I think so. And the little girl, it was a little black girl, and she was part of some experiment. And
I know what you're talking about. It was Zach from Saved by the Bell was on it. Is that that one? Yeah. Yeah, you can't watch these new shows the first season. You got to give them 2 because they will cancel them quick.
I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm
waiting for it to come back, and they're like, "Oh, it got canceled." Like, what? What?
Right. Yeah, because you don't want to get hooked onto a show and then decide, "Oh, not enough people watch." It's like, hey, come on.
He sucks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like we sat here, we done got so caught up in movie reviews and TV shows to see how simple that is. So make sure y'all tune in to Lyles Files on YouTube now.
Yes.
Join the conversation over there. Make sure you follow him and subscribe.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Stay
definitely.
And stay with us. You're gonna stay with us for a little while.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this segment for real, because I can't wait to continue. You can't still talk to him, but we can still talk to him during the break about some more stuff. But in the meantime, while we take this quick break, you go and get your snack and your nice little beverage, and you come on right back now, because we got
healthy.
Oh, she said healthy. Notice who says that now, y'all. B3 family, you know what I'm talking about. She gave me the blues when I would say that. But anyway, you gonna take your break, get your healthy snack and your good drink, and you come on back to the other side, because we have Kachina Anthony joining us, and I cannot wait for you to see her Barbie Room, baby. I'm excited because she does some amazing things there. But anyway, go and take your break. We'll be right back. This is B3rdPower here on Urban Style Media.
It's official! Coming September the 13th, 2020, the ladies of B3rd Power will be hosting the first annual Community of Champion Awards. Sponsored by Global Executive Staffing. We're looking for donors and sponsors to help make this a memorable event. If you'd like to participate and or nominate a community champion, please email us at B3rdPower@gmail.com with your nomination and support. This is an event you don't want to miss. B3rd Power, Community of Champion Awards. Be there.
Join us for a B3rd Power special edition. It's the Virtual Youth Summit Town Hall, presented by Keon Works. We're continuing the conversation and putting the pieces together for change. August the 23rd, 2020 at 5 p.m. We're calling all youth advocates, entrepreneurs, and empowerment program directors. Register today at eventbrite.com. This is an episode you don't want to miss. B3rd Power Youth Summit Town Hall. Be there.
Welcome back to B3rd Power here on Urban Style Media. Listen, I am so excited to introduce to you guys tonight Miss Kachina Anthony. Hey, China.
Hey.
Listen,
Hello.
if you don't know who she is, baby, you need to get to know who she is, especially if you have little girls that absolutely love Barbie dolls. Why?
Yes.
Because if you look at her background, baby, she got Barbies in cases, honey. Cases. She's a collector. And she does doll clothes, but I'm gonna stop telling you what I'm gonna let her tell you. So, hey, China, welcome to the Third Power.
Thank you.
Look, I'm excited. Go and tell us about what you do.
Well, I pretty much picked this up as a hobby. I had a friend that kind of came to me and we were talking one day, and she just, I told her about myself and what I like and what my passion was. And I told her about the little girl passion that I have as far as Barbie dolls, because I never left that pull for those Barbies. So she said, well, why don't you collect them? She said, just start collecting. And I said, no, I can't collect. That's girls. No, I'm a woman. I can't collect. But then the more I started thinking about it, the more I was like, why can't I collect? Mm-hmm. So one Barbie doll just led to another Barbie doll. And then now we're up to a room full of Barbie dolls where I'm pretty much coming out the room. So, we're to a point now, and I keep collecting, so I don't stop. And that's pretty much how it just took off from there. So, but I do have a full-time job. So this is something that I have to do on weekends or when I'm off or whatever. But this room is really my room for peace. It's where I can let my inner child out and be who I want to be. So I do a lot of sewing, and I do a lot of setting up dioramas and getting into, I'm on a lot of Facebook groups. I've met a lot of good people, that have just educated me. And I've learned so much about the doll itself, and how she's evolved. So it's cool. It's cool. I'm loving it.
What is one of your oldest dolls that you have?
One of my oldest, I do have a couple of original dolls. They are, let's see, they go back to 1959, 1960. So I have a few originals, and then I have quite a few reproductions. So my original dolls are pretty much there. They've been played with. So when I go and pick up dolls and collect them and meet people, they're always willing to give me everything that they have. So sometimes I have to rebuild them back and put them back together and clean them up and redo the hair and put them back just like they were when how they came out. So, okay. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I think is fantastic about you is that you don't just collect them, but you actually make clothes for them and furniture. And when I first saw that you did that, I was like, wow, talk about letting your inner child out to play. And I love how you said that's your piece, that's your hobby, that's your way of basically managing and escaping and keeping your mental health good. So I totally love that. But can you talk to us about some of the clothes you've designed and created for the dolls?
I can. I've created, now I can show you some if you want me to show you some.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it. Let's make this easy. So we'll do it this way. And I'll take you to the doll house that was created. So can y'all see that?
Yes, we can.
So this is pretty much the house that I have created for my dolls. It's really just a basic closet, little like shelf set. I went out and purchased construction paper and all the things that are in there that, just kind of decorated it myself, did what I could do, tried to make it as realistic as I could. So those are pretty much the outfit that this doll has on right here is something that I've made. So
nice.
That's pretty much what I do in my spare time on the weekends.
You gave them a chandelier and like, oh my goodness.
They have a little brick wall back there with a little, okay.
Yes. Got the texture wall and you see the painting over there. Like, it looks like a real room.
I love it.
The couch here, everything I made that myself. So, the style, I call this the loft. So this is where, it's like the girlfriends that all get together. Here's my mini me, and that's my daughter. And that's just a model doll that I have. So that's pretty much what I do.
Nice. Now, you recently did some for the sororities, created some clothing for the sororities, and I know those dolls have gone out, but that was fabulous.
Yeah.
We might have to get that photo and share it on our page because she did some phenomenal work to celebrate. It was the Zetas, right? Their centennial.
Correct.
So she did some amazing work, and the dolls looked amazing. So I love what you do. I love the furniture. I love the whole bit. Now this year you were supposed to go to BarbieCon.
Yes.
Like that's a totally big thing. Like I'm like,
I had
people
no
that don't know, there is a market for it, honey. Just like Comic-Con, there is a market. BarbieCon. Tell us a little bit about that. I know you didn't make it this year, but tell us a little bit about the experience of being selected and so forth.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's almost like a lottery. So they only allow about 800 to 1,000 people. So getting selected is really trying to be on top of when they open up to do, where you can pay your registration fee and you can get in. So when I found out I sent my money, I was praying I would get selected. And next thing I know, I got selected. So I lost it. I was excited. And then they asked me to volunteer. So I jumped on it. I went ahead, signed up to do the volunteering, and I was going to be sitting as a breeder. So, but it's really cool because it's an opportunity for you to get to meet other the designers. Mattel is there. You get to meet the designers of who made each doll or whatever particular doll that you're interested in. You get to you go to all the cool parties. So it's just cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I know if the Comic-Con, like Jeffrey was saying, I know if that's a big deal. I can imagine how much fun this whole Barbie con must be.
Oh my goodness.
I can't imagine.
I mean, it's so cool because you're networking. Yeah. You're networking with all kind of people from all over the world, and you make lasting friendships. So it is the coolest thing. Everybody pretty much does the same thing I do. They make dioramas, they make clothes, they collect certain dolls. You can talk about anything about the Barbie dolls, and it's just cool. It's cool.
So do you have a lot of the what was the little girls' names? Like, so Barbie had back in the day, it was a little one.
What is Skipper?
Skipper.
Mm-hmm.
Skipper too?
Mm-hmm. I do have Skipper. I got Skipper, and she also had Scooter. There was a Scooter doll out there. So here's my Skipper dolls. They're kind of sitting in the back, but they're the older ones that you see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's got the little red and white on. I got a couple of Skipper dolls around. So, but these are your older. The ones mostly in the front are reproductions. Mm-hmm. This one, the two in the back are actual originals. Mm-hmm. And then the one in the polka dot kind of colorful dress, she's also an original doll. So that's, yeah. So there was Francie, Midge, Alan. So, and I also have a couple of movie stars as well. So
you have a black one that was named Christy?
Yes, I have a Christy doll, and I also have our famous, she just celebrated her 40th, the first Black Barbie doll. So there she is. She's a original. Okay. So, but yeah, that's
very nice.
So, Kachina, how can people get in contact with you if they would like to purchase clothing, or have you custom make some clothing for their dolls or furniture? How can they get in contact with you to get that service?
They actually can connect with me on Facebook. I do have a group. It's called Kachina's Barbies and Dioramas. They're more than welcome to jump in that group. They can follow me there. And if they're interested, they also can get me on my Facebook page at Kachina Payne. So I'm on Facebook, and a lot of people reach out to me from my page. So
awesome sauce.
Nice.
So make sure you guys reach out and support now. I mean, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your talent and your passion and your hobby with us, honey. Your room is amazing.
Thank you.
Really child's dream room.
Yes.
And I'm sitting here like, and as an adult, hello, you can buy whatever Barbie you want.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you work, you can get whatever Barbie you want. So that's really a fantastic playroom. But we thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure talking with you and taking a tour of your room. Again, people, make sure you check her out on Facebook, Kachina Anthony on Facebook. And as always, you know what we got to do. Time flies when you're having fun, but we got to take a quick break and we'll be right back on the other side. This is B3rdPower here on Urban Style Media. Amazing.
Join us for a B3rdPower special edition. It's the Virtual Youth Summit Town Hall, presented by Keon Works. We're continuing the conversation and putting the pieces together for change. August the 23rd, 2020 at 5 p.m. We're calling all youth advocates, entrepreneurs, and empowerment program directors. Register today at eventbrite.com. This is an episode you don't want to miss. B3rdPower Youth Summit Town Hall. Be there.
Global Executive Staffing provides top-level executive staffing to federal and private sector companies globally at the most competitive price. They are experts in coordinating and expediting projects from design to development. Global Executive Staffing is a Department of Veterans Affairs, Center for Veterans, certified service-disabled veteran-owned small business. To connect with Global Executive Staffing, go to www.gestaff.com.
The Wi-Fi might be acting up. Oh, welcome back to B3rdPower. As you can hear, we're having a little bit of technical difficulty with Sherri, but that's okay. Her beautiful face is still with us. But wasn't that an amazing show? OMG. Such good information. Yes. Be sure to go on over to YouTube and follow Lyles Files. We want to make sure we connect with him to keep up with the movie critic, the action figure reviews, and everything else he does underneath Lyles Files. And then go on over, for you that have babies that love Barbie dolls, check out Kachina Anthony on Facebook. I want to make sure you connect with her so you can partake of the custom clothing. The custom clothing and furniture that she makes, which is amazing. But we want to remind you guys, be sure to go ahead. We forgot to tell you earlier, but be sure to share, like, and comment. Let us know if you enjoyed the show tonight. Be sure to share with others. Don't be selfish with the information. Also, be sure to go on over, parents, go on over to B3rdPower on Facebook. Register your children underneath the events page for the Youth Summit Town Hall. We want to hear from our babies that are doing the doggone thing in the community. And guess what? They are eligible to be nominated for the B3rdPower Community of Champion Awards as well. So nominate your babies that are doing great things, the babies that are entrepreneurs and activists and advocating for some of their privileges and things that affect our children. Make sure you go on over, get them registered for the Youth Town Hall, and then go nominate them for the work that they're doing in the community. All right? All right. So with that being said, like I said, time sure does fly when you're having fun. But remember, today is a great day to make a difference in the lives of those that are around you. I'm Lynn Tate, and that's my homegirl, Sherri Cook. And this has been B3rdPower here on Urban Style Media. Have a fantastic week, guys.